Conversations with King. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. I got the candles lit. I got the green tea with the peach. I got my boy Chef, and we got Daryl, the third horseman on Decady. We're still looking for a fourth horseman, but we're not gonna start any trouble. It's all about peace. I said what I said yesterday on the Block with Jen page. Please go up there, and I also have my little conversation with Shan. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm undefeated. I've been undefeated for the longest, man. Chicago Rilla, Ed John, Shannon, even TLA didn't want no smoke. He even let me on stage. You know what? So then apologize the next day. I didn't go at him, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm undefeated. This is where I'm at. Where I'm at. So with that being said, I want to say salute to everybody that came today. Today is going to be an amazing, amazing show. We want to jump into it. I feel good because if you know what it is, it's a dynamic duo waiting for the third musketeer to get on the camera. And it's going to be an amazing day. But once again, we are looking for a fourth horseman, and the requirements is going to be established. You know, certain people are anointed, so we can't touch them. 100 watts can't touch you. That your chef claimed you. Vic can't touch you, man. Mr. O can't touch you, man. The Nighthawks is it. But we're looking for somebody to come on stage that's consistent, that's gonna bring that heat. So if you know anybody that wants to be a fourth horseman, I don't care how many subscribers they got, they're more than welcome as long as they're consistent and they're gonna bring that pain and that balance, and also you need to bring that spiciness. Where's Rico when you need him, huh?
Hey,
Rico
what's
been
up with
quiet.
Rico? We got to check
Yeah,
on Rico, man.
I kept it quiet. Damn, Rico. We don't know
Nah,
what
real talk
happened, but
though. You know what I mean? One thing I learned in these last couple of years after this weird pandemic
mm,
is about making sure that you check on folks, man. You know what I
the
mean?
nigga you on point, baby.
I've become a little more sensitive to that. Like Keisha Jernigan.
Yeah, what's up with Keisha? Keisha,
What's
I
up
got
with
hit up
Keisha
on IG.
Jernigan? I
She
ain't
said,
heard from
"Yeah,
her
that's a
in a
good
minute.
point." Keisha, what's Keisha? That's the love. Uncle Rico, Uncle Dan Rico. Please come if y'all know where they at. Check up on them. Make sure they okay.
Yeah,
Make sure they get next to us. Roll call time before we do the sponsorships. And we haven't heard this in a long time. We didn't do the garden proverb on this show in a long time. In a long time to set up and get it blessed. Remove all the wickedness and remove all the craziness. So we're gonna get back to that. But let me do a roll call before I talk about the sponsors because we want Big Yacht up more than we big anything up. Danique, you on point today. Shout out to you, Danique Anthony. What's up with you, Danique? You know me being a computer illiterate. I'm gonna release these clips, these fly clips. I apologize, brother. We're gonna release these clips. Shout out to Quantum Love, Peace God, Peace Earth. I'm sorry, Peace Earth. I apologize. I apologize, Earth. 1, 2, 3, kid. What it up? What it do? What it do? What it do to all the Africans, all the West Africans, all the Ghanaians, and all the Nigerians? Talk to me. Talk to me nice. Peace, Gina. What's going on? What's going on? Tristan, what's popping? What's rocking? My bad. What's rocking? Not what's Chris? What's rocking? Loverboy Lansky, what's rocking? You know what I mean? Who else we got up here? We got Terry. We love you. We love you so much. And thank you for that. Look at what Terry did. Did I point at it? Look right here. Did I do it right here? This one right here. She did that. And she put the transparent back so it looked like you could see the wall and everything. The logo. Instead of seeing the square. She's fly. That's fly. Thank you so much, Terry. Everybody, please go and support. Um, and she's not cheap. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? We got a whole bunch of people. Phil, what's up? What it do? What it do, Phil? Turn the likes up. Turn the likes up. Turn the likes up. Turn the likes up. Natalie, turn the likes up. 100 watts. What it do? What it do? What it do? Loving the net trail. What's up? What's up? Big Bad Bull. What's up? My ass speaks. We posted up on the community chat. She got a show tomorrow. Go look at my community chat, like it, and go and support her. You know what I mean? Go and support her. Also, don't forget, we are going to Chef Page tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're going to Chef Page tomorrow. So you're supposed to have the same numbers I had at 7 o'clock. This is what I'm trying to talk about. Everybody want to leave because they don't believe. They leave because they don't believe. If you believe, then you won't leave. Period. Let's do it. Let's do it. And watch the abundance come now. What they said, less is more. Less is more. That's it. Clear 76, what it do? I grew up of a mom with mental health problems and a no-show dad. Damn. We're going to talk about it today. Truth is never favored. We're going to talk about it today, brother. We're going to talk about it. You might be a fourth horseman, man. I like your style, man. I like your style. I love to make things look better. Can't help it. Love what I do. Thank you, Terry. No, you do make everything you touch, Terry, you make better. Everything you touch. And that picture's a little bit too sexy. Who are you trying to attract? Shout out to Miss Mary. What's good? Miss Mary. I like Mrs. Mary. I apologize. Shout out to you, April Carter. What it do? What it do, Flower? Giving out these shout outs right now before we start the show, because this is the time you share the page, you give us the likes, because we're gonna have a very real topic today. It's gonna be a cool show, laid back, but you never know. We know we got a lot of drama looming in this YouTube streets, and we want to make sure we address everything. But we're gonna leave the former horseman alone. He made his statement. We respect him. Let's move forward. We don't want no problems. At least not me. I don't want no problems. Shout out to Cheryl, Princess Cheryl. Cheryl's the princess of the garden. Wherever she goes, we go. Shout out to Cheryl. Thank you. She was the first person to donate super chat. I appreciate you, Cheryl. Robert Graham, salute, King, salute, Rock. We rocking with you. Anytime you see a brother, you let them know we rocking with you. Rock in the word. Also, the last 4 letters is King. We rocking with you. Never forget that. We rocking with you. With that being said, oh, not trying to touch too much. I hear you, 100 I feel like that. I feel the same way too. You feel me? Word mother. Who else? Who else we talking to? Who else we got today? 37. Do me a favor too. We don't do subliminals and tell people not to hang with people and not to watch people. We're not doing that on this page. We keep it sexy. Always sexy. You feel me? Always. Forever sexy. Please, if you don't get it, get the Love and Life Through the Eyes of Travel. Sold on all platforms, Kindle, Apple iBooks, BookBaby, and Amazon. Thank you. Please join the members only King's Court. Please join it. I promise you. You know I'm unorthodox. I'm dropping material. I'm dropping exclusive material. This is December. I'm dropping material. If I do like 1 or 2 or 3 joints, that's going to be worth paying the money for. But trust me. I might even put the Giveon concert up there if I have to. Can I do that, Chef? If I go to concert, I pay for it and I record it, I could put it on my. No, you can't. Oh shoot.
The thing is, what's the best way to say it? Their system works a little differently because them performing the song is not exactly the way it's performed on the CD. So the coding is not going to catch it. They would actually have to have someone, say it was Rock Nation, Live Nation. They would actually have to have a staff of people flowing through YouTube trying to find it.
That's what I'm saying, but it's not going to be on. It's going to be on the members only.
Oh, I mean, even the thing is, if it's members only, you're going to be straight. You know, you're going to be
all
straight.
Right.
But the thing is, even
it's gonna be me going there. Like, say I'm going to watch the Giveon concert. I have to put that right.
Yeah, but you know, the more that you put in there, I would put exclusive concert content. So that
I might go backstage. I might go backstage. Hey, Aisha Smith, what's up? And don't forget about the merch, man. I got some fly merch, man. I got some fly. When mine comes in, I'm gonna start rocking mine. I got some fly merch. I ain't gonna sit here and hold y'all. I got some fly merch. Chef, put yours in the garden so I could post up as well. I got some fly merch, man. I really do got some fly merch. I ain't gonna lie. Designed by Terry, the Magnificent. Thank you so much. Forever grateful to you. Who else? Yeah. Who? No, you can't put it in. You can't put in a regular one. Cause I could hit it. Cause I don't know if I got the private chat shit. Okay, let me see. Oh, I got it. Hold on. No. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Then I go here. Doing everything from the potato. I wish I was at Jen's room, man. We caught a lot of people that say they want us to win, but they don't want us to win. Oh man, kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room?
What's good, baby? What's good, gentlemen?
Yo, what it do? Let me share this thing real quick. What it do, big dog? Hold on 1 second, because he was talking about it, King. You know, I got to do my quick shameless plug. Did you see it? You see it?
Oh, so do that next time. Do that next time.
You see it, y'all? True Pill merch, colors, and you know, my cousin told me, he's like, yo, son, don't say that pink is for the ladies. That pink ain't for the ladies. He was like, yo, that pink is for the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still got some other designs for it too, and that's a sick little pink too. Think about that with some Yeezys. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So check out the merch. We got premium unisex tees, V-neck tees, premium long sleeve tees, all of that good stuff, man. We selling tees over here now, so come and be a part of the movement. What up, D?
Oh, so my bad, D. I was taking him off. My bad. I apologize. My bad. My bad. So I was taking him. I was taking him
everybody
off.
out now.
Yo, what happened? Yeah, my bad, man. I was doing that. My bad.
Nobody's safe.
Yo, you don't got any merchandise or no anything, right? Right now, as of right now.
No, man, I'm just low key. I'm just behind the scenes right now, starting to format a live show, topics and stuff like that.
I'll give you an easy niche for you. Your niche right now, somebody else used to wear the shirts. Your niche right now, the majority of the shirts that you wear on the show are collegiate clothes, sweats, fleeces, zip-ups. So won't you come up with your logo stuff, and put them on the stuff that you already wear?
That's actually a very good idea. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Right. We're gonna tear this up right now. Let me hold on. This is why I'm gonna do the Darrell. If he act up. Ready? Look. Y'all want me to throw him around. That's what y'all want me to do. Throw Darrell around. Right? That's what y'all want me to do. Y'all want me to throw the man around. Y'all crazy, man. They crazy, Darrell. They crazy, man. Listen, when it's all said and done, man, we are definitely cool. We're in a good space right now. Shout out to brother Clarence. We messed with you, man. We messed with you a lot, man. We appreciate you. I wish you was there to talk to Shannon yesterday, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You see, everybody look. See, me and Darrell just had a fight. You happy now? That's it. That's the only way we're gonna fight. That's it. We had to have fun, get money, joke around, get girls. I never seen dudes that get money and get girls have a problem.
Yeah, y'all know I'm doing that show with Mr. Best in the World in about 30-40 minutes, so I'm not gonna stay on long too. I wanted to
okay, yeah, we gotta go and support soon.
So I was just on Lauren's show. We was talking about what happened out in Oxford, the shooting that happened. I just me especially here, like me being a horseman, I want to give my condolences to the family and all the families involved, because it was a crazy event that happened. And I think that a lot of people saying it had something to do with the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. I'm not really sure about that yet, but a lot of people piecing it all together. I think that's something that maybe not today we should address, because we got a topic today, but it's definitely something that I plan on addressing soon.
Yeah, no, you got to talk about that. But you know what's going on nowadays is crazy. Not just that, those who live in LA, be very careful. People are getting robbed left and right in LA. Home evasions. Be careful. Usually around this time, a lot of people are going crazy. Be careful. Get the alarm system. Also, pray. Or if you don't pray, get one of these if you can carry it. I can't do that in New York. I got to put a felony, so I don't carry. So I stay out the way. You feel me? I stay out the way. But protect your family, man. And just make sure you do the right things, man. If you have the license to do it, get it. If you don't, you better take karate or something. Please do something. Protect your family. Learn how to throw rocks. Do something. It's nasty out here. I put the link up. Those who want to come up. Shout out to Mr. O. Oh, boom. Oh, I told you, man. You're not a free agent, man. I want you, but your man said nah.
Hey, y'all can get $10.99 me, man.
Remember last time somebody said that shit?
Oh shit, you're right about that.
What's good, Mr. O?
Yeah, what's good?
What up?
I,
What
I
it
get it
do,
now. The
bro?
dark skinned guys are wearing the bucket hats now. That's what we doing.
Yeah.
That's what
Yo,
we doing.
We ain't playing
Listen,
this. We just
don't
was.
worry. This is one of his first of many wardrobe changes throughout the episode.
yeah, he changed. Yo, one time I swear he changed like 5 times.
He changed the hat twice, 3 different jackets, and then put an extra pair of glasses on after that.
Yo,
Yo, this
yeah,
is do more
shout out to
changes than Patty LaBelle, my dude.
yeah, shout out to Bliss me. I really mess with you. Shout out to you. This is a good thing. And people, this is the training grounds. This is the Coliseum. Never forget, this is the Coliseum. I promise you, the next wave of YouTube superstars are gonna come through this channel. This is the Coliseum. This is the training grounds. I promise you that. If you make it through here live, there's nothing in YouTube that can stop you. Nothing, because this is different. Ever since we started this channel, it been going back and forth. Listen, and we don't even have that many subscribers, so that tells you don't need the numbers to be the top dog. You don't. I was trying to tell Shannon that, like, if we wasn't popping, he wouldn't address me. He said someone threatened to hurt him, and the person was old
Yeah.
chef. Like, you bugging. Nobody
Yo,
did anything. We don't
Yeah.
have nothing to
son.
do with nothing like that. Like, don't even say that.
Well, yo, man, in my mind, I'm like, what was that? You know what I mean? That's why I had to say something like, huh? Say that
Right.
again. We gotta clarify that, man. We gotta clarify that. Like,
Listen, man, he got my number, but
I'm not
I
even
want
on
to
your
say,
page.
listen, I don't want no problems. Oh yeah. What about this, fella? Let me start the day with a spicy topic. I didn't put it up on the description, but let me start today. Derek Jackson said, "I'm
No.
shocked." Huh? Derek Jackson said, "I'm shocked by how many single women are in bed by 7 to 8 p.m. every night. A woman too comfortable being alone." Damn.
Nah, he's pissed off because he started prowling around 8:30, so ain't nothing left. Ain't nothing left for him on the
Yeah,
streets.
I don't want beef with Derek, man. I don't want beef, but we got beef. We got beef. I don't want beef with him. But why would you think women are comfortable being alone? Are they? Or are they just tired because they got to take care of themselves? Which one is it, Mr. O?
I think women just believe men are free and they can get one whenever they want it.
Oof, oof.
Uh,
Wow.
y'all had a jewelry store called Jared's.
Of course, everybody they got Jared's in Jerusalem, man.
And they market that commercial to women, but the jingle is he went to Jared's. And how do you, whenever you want, think you're gonna make a man go and put a car on your finger and give you access to half his shit?
Right.
Jared's. I think Jared is married to Kay. Jared and Kay Jewelers. I think they
Okay, Julius.
married.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not enough. I'm thinking it's not enough. They really must be comfortable and think they can get a man anytime they want to, and then when they can't, it really hits them.
I also think they don't want to compete.
You don't think they want to compete?
No,
Why should they compete?
shit, because they want one.
Right? No, they got to compete for the best ones, like you.
Because of
But they don't
the
really have to compete for the
numbers.
other ones, right? They got to compete for you and Darrell. But
Just
other
numbers
people don't have to
alone.
compete, huh?
Just numbers alone to get the type of man that you want. There's not very many of the man that you really want. So
Right?
you're gonna have to compete.
You think women settle more than men?
I think men don't have no problem competing. All four of us can go out and look at the same girl, and whoever get her, we gonna congratulate her.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, I think
That's a
that
fact.
women, like to both of y'all points, I feel like women ultimately they are competing because ultimately the most beautiful women out here, man, they can have a man. They don't want a man. They want the man that they want. And if that man is not genuinely available, if he exercising options, which more than likely he is, it's going to be a bad, it's not good for them. So I feel like, Derek Jackson aside, I kind of understood what he was trying to say because I don't know, man. That's a real red pill type conversation about women wanting to be alone. I don't think they want to be alone, I don't think they desire to be alone either. But in situations where they find men uncompatible, unreliable, unsatisfied, right? Sorry, unsatisfying. What's the point of even having somebody that you gotta take care of or that that can't take care of you. It's a waste of their time. So
Right.
I feel like what they do is they pull men in for what they need them for. If they need them for a cuddle, they need them for some pipe, for a date, whatever it is, they're gonna pull them in for a little bit, and then they're gonna toss them to the trash, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
Objectify us.
yes,
Let me
yeah.
ask you a question though. Like, y'all seem busy. I know Chef is busy. You just came from work, Darrell. You doing this show, then you gotta go to another show. Then you do another video. Mr. O, you keep busy. Sometimes you have your money making money for you, but you keep busy mentally, right?
I'm
Chef,
constantly on the
he
clock.
got interviews here, he had this, he got this, he got that, right? I'm busy. I just got home a few hours ago and I had to do something, I had to leave and come back. Why do women feel like the top dogs or the alpha men or the men that they really desire really have time to play games? Because technically I don't think I have enough time.
That's the most precious asset that they overlooking. Time is valuable. None of us got time.
I
Like
don't got time.
I look at it like, and I don't really expose like my personal lifestyle, but
Right.
it's a position to me. Whether a wife choosing a husband, like we looking at it as something to save us on time on things that
Right.
to help us be the best ourselves. So it's like a position, and we gonna feel it because we limited on time on this earth.
Mm,
You know, it ain't a whole lot of on the job training that we're willing to do. You got to
right.
come when you're ready to go, and I don't think they're ready to do that right now.
Right.
And are we talking about a certain demographic of women, or
I'm talking about all women, but you want to bring the black woman in? We could talk about the black women,
who
but
was
just know
Derek
that
Jackson talking about? Because it's
I'm thinking black women.
races outside by themselves, and
Right.
our women are like doing girl nights.
Natalie said a lot of them don't never been around a man like that. Shout out to Missy T. We love you, Flower. A lot of them never been around a real man, so it's not like they don't want to be alone. They don't know what a real man is. That's a valid point.
Don't
That's a
know.
valid point.
No,
What you
yeah,
think,
and
fellas?
I definitely agree. I definitely agree with Natalie and Tyler. It's kind of what I was trying to say too about at the end of the day, a lot of these women they don't know any man that's reliable. They don't know any man that's real men. So, like Natalie said, it's hard for them to even relate. They can't relate, man. They they see more masculinity and more quote unquote being a rock in themselves than they do in some of these men. It's just so they rather just be by themselves. And we come from a society where women are taking care of the family predominantly these days, which is crazy because everybody is getting money, everybody is an alpha male, but
Mhm.
yet our women are taking care of our children, and some of them are doing it financially and everything else. So I just think women who choose to be alone, they choose to be alone because they rather be,
Turn
you
the
know,
lights up.
I think the quote is I can do bad by myself. Like I don't really gotta have another person with me to be unhappy. Like why would I want you around if you're not adding anything to me that's gonna help us grow? It's a waste of our time.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Shout out to Phil. Phil says something very important. He says, I am teaching my 12-year-old the value of respecting other people's time and more important, his time. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Um, who else? April, let me keep my comment. She's funny. But shout out to thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. Walina Lee, thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. And today is that was an amazing donation. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy a G-Wagon with whatever money you just sent me. I appreciate you. Um, check this out, fellas. For the sake of time, we're gonna skip the hot topic and we're gonna go straight to the main topic. I've never done this before because Darrell got to go to another show, right? How much you got? 15 minutes left or 20?
Basically 15, yeah.
All right. So here's the topic for today, and I want y'all to be ready for this topic. It's called "Being a Great Parent is Setting Up Your Child for Failure." Woo. Why did I come up with that? I was talking to my brother Willie Dean, and it's funny. I hope he was here so he could testify to this.
This guy
Willie Dean is
flexing.
like the Willie Dean is like the greatest dad and husband in the world. Willie Dean, you know Willie Dean, right? Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. So
No, sorry, I was distracted by the liquid platinum that was out the bottle. This dude just did a Diddy video while he's talking.
Right, that's good. That's good. Listen, at the end of the day, Willie Dean was such a great father to his daughters. And I told him, I said, son, I ain't going front. Darrell's a great father to his daughters. Mr. O is a great father to his daughter. Shout out to Victor. Chef is a great father to his daughter. And I said to him, you're such a great father to your daughter, you're going to mess them up for life. And I'm saying to you guys as well, when you're a great father to your daughter, you are crippling them. Why I say this? Because you set the standard so high that they will never find anybody to love, take care of them, provide for them, or defend them the way you would. And to top it off, you're not even vetting other young boys to be just like you. So being a great father, and I need y'all to prove me wrong. Being a great father, being a great father, Mr. O, is actually a disadvantage to your daughter during these times because we don't have a community like we used to.
I see what you're doing there. I'm gonna let y'all handle that.
And I'm taking you down a rabbit hole.
I don't think the world should look at that as a great father. They had this clip on the internet, it was like a year ago or something, but there was this black man in his living room, and he had all the women that he had took care of or presided over throughout the last 20 years of his life, his wife, his daughters, and he was in there screaming like, my wife ain't never paid this bill, and my kids ain't never had one for nothing, and my wife never worked, and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, if something happened to him, none of those women know how to do anything on their own, or even how to produce anything on their own, or how you do what you do. And just taking care of everything for a woman and making sure that her standards is so high that no man ain't gonna want her, it's really a handicap. It happened to my sister. I got a younger sister. She's still living with my father. She been with this same guy since after high school and gave him a long run. And they just had a baby like earlier this year. But he's never been able to meet the standard that my dad has set for her, for them to even move out and figure it out on their own. She says she wasn't moving out that house, that big old house, until he can at least provide the same lifestyle or comparable to what her father provides for her. And in her 30s, she's still there. I don't think that benefited.
Yeah, I think some people.
Hold on. Darrell, Mr. O, can you repeat that again? Because I had one of my lady friends call me. Can you repeat that in Darrell? Because I want to hear everything. Because I want to combat everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
You go ahead. You good.
She was dating this guy since right after high school, but he never stepped it up to over like a warehouse level, so a worker. And she said she was never moving out until he can at least provide for her the type of lifestyle that she was comfortable or comparable to what my dad provided. And she's still there now. And she ended up getting pregnant. And so now she's still living in my dad's house, still waiting on him. And he is who he is. And she can't accept him for who he is because she's trying to get him to meet the standard of my dad.
So I was right.
She gave him a kid. She loved him. She was loyal.
So you say I was right though, Mr. O.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, Darrell, talk to me.
So for me, it's gonna be real rough for me being a father once my daughters get to that age. But what I will say is I vetted my daughters, especially my oldest daughter, because my baby she's a baby, but my oldest daughter, I got a video of her. Her mom sent it to me. She was in class, and when she came home from school that day, they was talking, and she was like, Mom, a guy said that he liked me, and he wanted to be my boyfriend. And I was like, cool. I might post this video today, but she was like, well, I can't be your girlfriend because my dad said I have to graduate first and I have to travel first. So for me, like I kind of like super embedded a lot of different things in my daughters, from being AKAs to just doing certain things before you get married, before you even like really want a boyfriend. The thing is, they're young, right? What happens when they get older and they like boys who got abs and boys who throw footballs and shit like that? Then it's gonna be a whole different conversation, because I feel like they're gonna be battling logic versus the same things that I battle, right? I know I should keep this condom on, but I'm looking at this person. She look good. This feels good, right? So I think these are things that I'm gonna because I'm not a great example of discipline from that, in that type of way, I'm gonna have issues teaching her to be disciplined. And that's the thing that I worry about. So um that's why I got people like my aunties and my, my mom, for as long as she around, and other people. These are people that pour into her things that I can't pour into her. And then, of course, there's a protection aspect. Don't bring nobody around that we're not going to approve of. Otherwise, it's going to get nasty, and we're just going to leave it at that. But ultimately, that's why I teach them. I teach my oldest daughter graduate from school first. That's very important, because and travel first. Those two things I push heavily. Like I brainwashed them almost into it.
What you think? What you think, Truth? Before I get in, and then Chef, before I start getting into y'all for real, because they don't stop here. I'm going deep with y'all, and no one is really disagreeing with me, because they know when a father.
I didn't say nothing. I pick what you're saying, but I don't want to unravel it, because I got the riddle you asking, and there's other people here. I don't want to mess up the aha moment. That's what I said.
Okay. Hold on. Turn the lights up first and foremost. Get the lights up. It's about to get real crazy right now. Truth is never favored. What is your opinion about this? Because I'm saying again, being a great parent in these current times is actually a disadvantage to your child, because you set the standard so high, they won't be able to get married or meet a life partner. And because you're not vetting someone to take care of them. Talk to me. Shout out Don Carrera. Talk to me nice. We rocking with you. What's up, Truth?
What's going on, my brothers?
Truth.
Big homie Chef, Kinghormeku. What's good with y'all?
Thank you, brother.
What's going on, homie?
Already. I guess, I can agree with you a little bit, but okay, so I don't know how old your daughters is. My daughter's 16. So she's already in the exploring phase, and she has a little boyfriend. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, and
How does that feel? As a father, because I'm not a father, right? To all the fathers in here, before we get to this question, how do you feel? Like,
I hate that shit.
I feel like it's inevitable, to be honest.
I said I was gonna be cool with it, and when I got the phone call in sixth grade she said, "Dad, I got a boyfriend," I blacked out on the phone, but I called back and apologized. Her mama was laughing because she told her I was gonna do that. I think naturally, like we want to protect, and like I don't know him, but then you gotta be open and don't want to push her away. So
right. So the first, when I first heard about it, her mother, like everybody knew except for me, because for some reason they just think I'm going to, go off, or I'm gonna do something.
Bro, look at her daddy. We know you. Come on, son. Look. You do this for fun. You do this for a chat. You ain't gonna do that for your princess. Come on.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, you already know how I operate. I operate on the intellect. So the same way me and her mother got together is the same way I do not want to push my daughter to engage with another man. Her mother came to me because she was in search of love, because of previous times and problems with her mother, which inevitably pushed her out there to explore and seek love from other places. Her mom didn't grow up with her dad. Her dad was killed when she was about I think about like 8 months or something like that. So she doesn't know what it is to have the love and the protection of a father. So she was in search of that. And in the beginning, initially she found those things in me. So with my daughter, I'm trying to, have conversations because this is the conundrum. The way way I'm doing my household is different from what her mother is doing. So that's a big, it's it's we clashing because a certain type of way that I want things to be done, her mother operates on a different, a different mindset as far as how I do things. And that's why I'm in the midst of, trying to get custody of my children, of both my children, my son and my daughter, because I have a specific vision in a way that I want them to be raised. Now with my daughter, she's split in two. She's seen how I used to be, and she see the man I am today. So she gets the guy that has grades and everything like that, the boy that go to school with her and everything like that, and his grades is good and all that type of stuff. But he's a little bad little, like he's like how I was. Like, you're gonna be respectful around parents, you're gonna be respectful around people, you got morals and values, but you got your outside life. You see what I'm saying, that the family don't know about. And when I was talking to old boy, I told him, I already know what time it is with you. I could see it in your eyes. Like, come and talk to me correct. Like, don't try to be saying, hey, what's up, Mr. Murray? How you doing? And all that type of stuff. I appreciate the respect and everything, but like he trying to, like, I was there. I was there when I met, her mother and them family. You feel what I'm saying? And I was putting on that front, knowing daggone well, my lifestyle that she know about, and even she don't even have that much privy to it.
Right.
So when it comes to our daughters, with me right now, the guy has to either be like me, but I want him to be better. And I remember old spoke about somebody hasn't. You said your peoples haven't left, and they was 30. Oh,
yeah, my sister, she's still at my dad's house now, waiting on him to meet a standard he never gonna reach.
Right. I listen, and I agree with that. I told my daughter,
damn,
until she get married, she cannot leave her mother's house or my house. Well, by the end of I say by the end of the halfway next year, she will be at my house. Like, that's not even a choice. We're about to do things.
I mean, that's common. That's common.
Most cultures are in the East. It's like that.
That's common. Yeah, that's common in African culture, Indian East culture. That's common.
In the Eastern world,
you don't leave your parents' house. Yeah.
Even in Haitian culture, it's you don't leave until you finish school. You got your stuff situated. Not necessarily marriage, but
all that South America.
You're still a child until you're out of school. And the reason is because the family takes care of you. If I decided, what's crazy is with all the doctors in my family, if I decided to stop working and go to medical school and go finish my degree and then go to medical school, all of the doctors in the family would support it. That's one of the things that on either side of my family as well, my mom's side, dad's side, that's one of those things that they create an environment like that. Those things right there are some of the things that I sincerely believe can also make our communities better. Those are some of the things that we can actually pull from elsewhere. There was times where it wasn't the smartest guy in the family went to college. It was the smartest kid in the village. And the different families would pool resources to send that kid somewhere.
You see what Wanda said?
Yeah. So
you see Wanda. So Wanda's been saying this for a minute, and I wanted to ask you guys, and before we go to Chef, but I really want to ask you. She's saying you want this type of thing for your daughter. However, you're basically saying you don't want her to have fun like you did.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even get a chance to finish that part.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's the whole point. That's the problem. What is fun?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I don't know.
Exactly. Like yo, is one and a female, right?
Wanda Washington. Yes,
she's a flower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a flower. Yeah.
So, see, she's coming from a mindset of a flower. You feel what I'm saying? Their idealism again is about emotions and fun and things like that. As a man, we want our daughter to have restraint. I don't want her out there having fun, giving up her tool. Okay, that's
Right.
not something that these females out here dancing with their Jordans, booty popping, and all that other type of stuff. That's not even gonna happen. Her mother even know that if I was there, none of this stuff would be happening. Anything that's even floating that way, it wouldn't even fly like that.
Right.
So that's where the conundrum with me is. But the one thing I did was 4 years ago when my daughter turned 12, and she got a period and everything. So what I did was I took out we always go to IHOP and everything in the mornings and stuff like that, and I brought her a ring and I put it on her ring finger, and I told her, I said, I'm your father, I love you, and I said, the man that can take that off and replace it with something better, he has to be better than me.
Oh, you a master manipulator. Woo!
He has to be better than you, but that means, but then it's gonna end up.
That's why
like
being present in your daughter's lives, fellas, is important. You can create those opportunities to create those moments so they don't Megan the Stallion or Cardi B out on your ass by the time they turn 19.
Wait, Megan the Stallion, but Cardi B is married.
Bro, I'm talking mess right now, man. You messing up. I'm supposed to be
so that was the thing. I've been dating her ever since she's been 2 years old too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It still goes back to the point that she would never meet someone, and you're holding her back from getting married. You're really holding her back, right? When you say you can't have anybody that's not better than me or like me in a good way, you're basically saying you're eliminating from every man that walks on this earth, and she would use every man just for not use them, but I don't really need you to be permanent because my father is here, and then when he leaves, he left me a legacy or he left me something that I could live off without you.
That goes
Truth, hold on. I want to rabbit hole his rabbit hole. Yeah,
okay.
I didn't finish it.
That's where I was about to go. Go ahead.
Listen to what you're saying, though. You're making the assumption that when in the statement, not you, the statement exists with the underlying assumption that there is no other man on the planet that would treat his daughter the way he does.
Exactly.
Some would say what he's doing is he's actually, watch this, we as fathers, we that are present in our daughters' lives, we have the opportunity, if our daughter make believe our daughter's roof, we have the opportunity to determine what their psychological Boaz is going to look like and what he's going to do. Sometimes it might be a lofty goal, but we define our daughter's Boaz. We define the kind of guy that they're going to look for. The only difference is it hurting them? No, it may make them a little more vigilant and less not wanting to settle for something else. But we can't take away the magical essence of the present father in there. And you get what I'm saying? And I didn't even answer the piece because you said the question you had about is are we harming them?
But here it goes. You're setting a standard for your daughter to make sure she picks the right man, but y'all keep on forgetting there's not enough qualified men out here. So
that's where I went to the second thing. This was the second part. Remember, I brought up that she cannot leave the house until she's married.
Right.
She has to bring that guy home. And in the process of that, if I'm meeting, let's say across where I'm doing businesses and stuff, and let's say I hire, a kid out of college,
right?
That's my daughter age, and I see he has work ethic, his faith is strong, his integrity is there, he shows up on time, all the right, attributes and things like that. And the way he talks to me, he look at me eye to eye, he's not, scared. He confront me with things, all this type of stuff. I need to see that he's going to be a soldier as well as intellectual. Mm-hmm. And if he produces that, then I will actually introduce him to my daughter.
Okay. Truth.
Sound good.
Stop. Because that was the third question. That was the third question, but we're gonna get to that.
My
We're
fault.
gonna get to that because what happens is he's talking about picking. I want to see how that works today. How you fathers will pick a guy and say, I want you. I want to see that because I know when people try to introduce me to their daughter, I'm like, I don't like that. Right? But we're gonna wait. Hold on. Check this out. Before Chef go, because I know he's about to take me to a rabbit hole. Check this out. 10 reasons father-daughter's relationships are important. In the chat room, put a T if you say it's true, and put an F if it's not true. The first one. Remember, put a T if it's true, and put an F if it's false. First one. Fathers shape their daughter's self-esteem. Fellas?
True.
Fathers, true?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay. True? Okay, waiting to see the chat getting the chat up. Are they up? Are they up? Are they up? I know it's a delay right here. You ready? Thank you. Second one. Fathers influence their daughter's body image.
No.
Elaborate on that.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on. You shook your head. You shook your head, Chef, and you said yes.
My answer is a yes. Because at first I was like, no, and then I was like, actually, yes.
What do you mean by that? I need to know.
Fathers will force. Fathers just try to force.
Body image. I will say this: a good amount, a very good amount of the big girls that I know, BBWs, beautiful large women, all right, big beautiful women,
right?
Daddy's girls. Were these girls. I do believe that because we love them so much unconditionally, and they are princesses, depending on where or what time that they reach this earthly form, you know, depending where we are in life, there's certain things that we won't do to pressure them. There's certain ways we'll pressure the boys. If you see your little man is getting a little chunky around the edges, you'll make it go out there. Go play ball. Go ride that bike. You ain't gonna do that with the princess. Daddy, I want that extra bag of chips. Oh, come on, baby. Okay. Sometimes we have a tendency. We can negatively impact. When I say negatively influence, I don't mean by making them do things that's going to make them larger as children, right? Because remember, we're talking from childhood. We're not talking.
Turn the lights up, fellas.
18-year-old, the 19-year-old. We're talking about the little child.
Right.
Influence, remember, what you allow to take place, it's like you're telling them to do it. There's a term called what you permit is what you promote. What you permit is what you promote. So when it comes to a child, because that's their corrective phase, if you don't stop something, you're actually promoting it, because that's the time where you're showing them everything.
So let me make this.
Okay,
let me make sure this
hold on.
clear,
No,
because I ain't get a chance to answer.
Hold on. Let me get. I know. I just want to restate. I want to say the question again because people weren't here, right? True or false? Fathers influence their daughter's body image, and you were confused about what image is, right?
In what manner? Are we talking about health? Are we talking about dressing?
Body image.
Where they present themselves.
Yeah, body image.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are we talking about health? Because your body is.
I mean, or inclusive.
Okay, so yes. So for me, basically, it's not so much for me as verbal. One thing I do is, exemplify a lot of the things that I teach my daughter. So as she got older, watching me since she was a baby, I took her to my basketball games, I took her to my football games, all these type of things. So she constantly saw me active. So she's active in sports. She's actively dancing. And things like that. So she's cognizant without even being mindful of that, to keep herself up. And she weighs herself and all these type of things. She wants to have, frame. She wears her little, which I can't stand, these little shirts with the little belly showing and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I hate it. But she makes sure she has a flat stomach and all that type of stuff. So I think that's also important as far as when I have to present her to someone else. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, stop. So you keep on going to the third question, brother.
Okay, my fault.
Listen, we want to make sure we get to that point. It's scaffolding, right? So Brittany B said, your daughter will watch what you like. A lot of men have a daughter, but they date somebody totally different. Like me, I went through that. I don't have a daughter, but I have nieces who are beautiful chocolate girls. However, I was always bringing a Latin or Asian woman to the house. So they was like, if that's my cool uncle and he likes that, then whoever, if I meet someone like my cool uncle, he won't like me. This is what I'm saying. Daughters watch what you like. And fellas, Danique said, he said, no, because fathers are never going to call their daughters fat.
Lie.
That's the point that I was saying about what you permit is what you promote in terms of the influence. Many of us won't do that.
Natalie, so what Natalie put before you say anything, catch Natalie before you say anything.
It's amount of, some dads will do that. The thing is, when you reach, remember I said that at a certain point in your own personal life, if she's 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, is one thing. But as you've built a certain connection, being there, there's certain things as being a dad that's present at home. There's certain things that you could say. There's certain things you're allowed to say. There's certain things that, with no disrespect, a woman that might have grown up without their dad, there's certain idiosyncrasies, certain subtle nuances that they would never see. Open communication between a dad and a daughter is one of the most beautiful things. When you watch a dad sitting there talking to his daughter, watch this. If you a man and you got a lady and you want to get some special treats later, sometimes all you have to do, the easy foreplay, is just sit there and help your daughter with something, or sit there and play and what the moms do, because of course in our community a lot of moms don't have the benefit of seeing that, and you'll see them looking like, damn, look at that. The life that came from me and the man that helped me create that life, and then them seeing you there. As crazy as it sounds, that's the best foreplay, because it brings them back to why we're here and the purpose. You get what I'm saying? So that connection is pivotal with the father and the daughter. It's extremely, extremely, extremely pivotal, man.
Okay.
And I'm still learning it as it goes.
Third question, can we get there now? Father and daughter bonds are correlated with academic abilities. We'll say again, true or false? Everybody in the chat, shout out to On the Block with Jen. You did an amazing job yesterday. Go and check out her page. It was me versus E Black. And actually, it was me talking about E Black and me versus Shannon. Please go on Shannon's page to support him too. I want to say one thing though.
They're about to put her on people's court, yo. They're gonna call her Judge Jen Millian.
Yo, listen, y'all better get next to Jen now. She's about to blow up.
Jen's court, yo. Okay, Judge Jen Millian.
Ready? Father and daughter bonds are correlated with academic abilities. Is that true or false? Is that true or false? Let's get down to
I can answer that one. I'll answer that one. Is it that it's say it one more time so I make sure I can read a little.
Number 3, true or false? Hanifa said false. Hanifa, you better come up here talking about it's false. Chris, come up here. You talking about it's false. It says father and daughter bonds are correlated with academic abilities. Is that true, fellas?
No, false. However, because remember, you and I use this statement all over this show for a month and change now, almost 2 months. Correlation does not infer causation. So, what that means is, I don't believe that that it actually causes better performance. I do believe that we have the ability to utilize the drive that we give, the same drive we give to our sons. We're able to give drive to our daughters as well. We just don't really think about it because we think we give the drive to our sons and the wives give the drive to the daughters. But we actually all give. The women give the culture and the nurture and the love. We give that same drive to our sons and our daughters. I believe our presence leads to a higher desire for achievement. It doesn't mean success. I could want to dunk the ball, do a Jordan dunk from the baseline or from the 3-point. I can't, even though I have that desire, right? But the thing is, if her father happens to be a college professor, if he happens to be an extremely erudite person that is, really deeply intellectual, and he's there present in her life, yes, I believe it can lead to it, because sometimes they're going to lean to what daddy wants to do and what daddy likes, so they have a higher chance, I believe.
Well, Mr. O, what do you think? And then true, Mr. O, then because he was quiet.
You want to know about like the father's intelligence?
It says father and daughter bonds are correlated with academic abilities.
So the more wisdom I have and that I acquire, the more I'm able to pour into my daughter, the further she's gonna go. The more information I give her, the more success she's gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
The better that I am in passing on information, the better chance she's gonna have at success in life. So in that aspect, yeah, that's the only way I can see that makes sense.
Right. Truth, before you go, I want to say one thing. I think it's scientific studies that say children get their intelligence from their mother. That's what correct me if I'm wrong. Truth.
Well, to answer the first thing, yeah, I believe it's true that, dealing with, you said academically, right?
Yeah, I said father and daughter bonds are correlated with academic abilities.
Right. So correlation means that like that.
There's a tie.
It's a tie. Yeah, it ties into each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
it doesn't mean it's the reason, but it has to be tied in. It doesn't mean the reason though.
Okay. So yeah, I believe no, I believe with certain situations, depending on like I was there, I did homework with my daughter. Still to this day, we do homework over the phone. We're FaceTime, and I do homework with her. Especially when it comes to math and science, that's not her mother's strong point.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like so.
even then, moms are not that much. Well, I'm not gonna say moms.
You're smooth, man. You're smooth. You smooth. You just literally sat here and talk about your baby mama can't count, and you tried to say it gently. Hey, man.
Yo, you know what? I ain't messing with you, but
I'm joking.
Listen, but no, seriously. When it comes to mathematics and science, that's usually a man thing. You feel what I'm saying? And studies have shown more men are predominantly greater in this aspect.
STEM.
Right.
Yeah, STEM.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. So when it came to science and math,
like so.
I was there actually manually to do homework with her for consecutive years.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, when me and her mother split apart, we still continued that rapport on. Where she would come home, because that had already been, ensued. We've been doing that. So you don't change that up. You continue. You find a way to continue that. So we did it over the phone. We did it with emails. We did it, FaceTime. Or when she come over here with me, we continue that on. So I think it does correlate with each other. I think it actually builds an even tighter bond, knowing that her most stressful time, you're going to be there for her.
Are we just talking about academia in schools, or just information about life, period?
Academic abilities. I think it's referring to schools.
Just her okay.
Academic abilities. So we're gonna move to question number 4. Everybody, T or F, true or false? Fathers influence their daughter's behavior. This is a quick one. True or false? Do fathers influence their daughter's behaviors?
Yeah, true. Heck yeah.
True or false? You're on mute, Chef. True or false?
Absolutely. True.
Okay. 5. Fathers impact their daughter's social trait.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, you was quiet on that?
I had to think about it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
These are
Father.
daddy issues.
Say that again.
These are related to like daddy issues.
Right.
They can definitely.
Fathers show their daughters how women deserve to be treated.
I'm not too much into that word deserve. I say you can be worthy. I told my daughter to become worthy of such treatment. You don't
Okay,
deserve.
so fathers show their daughters how women deserve to be treated, and you said how women are worthy enough to be treated, right?
Yeah, become worthy of such treatment.
Okay.
Not that you just deserve it.
Yeah, but that's two different things. We're gonna talk about what you meant, but that's two different things.
Well, yeah.
said
Okay, so now I say false because if we use the word deserve,
Okay,
So-
he said false. Yeah, I agree with that or no?
What was what did you say? Fathers do what? Show or influence? Which one?
He said worthy.
No, your question.
Oh, it says fathers show their daughters how women deserve to be treated.
Yeah. That's false. I believe they can influence the daughter's eventual opinion on how she deserves to be treated. I don't believe that he shows her how she deserves to be treated, because what if he loves on her like a princess and beats the hell out of her mom? You get what I'm saying? Wow. I believe that even though he shows her all the love in the world, that trauma may end up allowing her to accept abuse from another man. So is he showing her how she deserves to be treated? No, that's his princess. He thinks she deserves to be treated like royalty. However, his behavior can influence how she grows and looks at what she deserves. Because she will put her mother at a higher pedestal than herself. And if she sees the person that is at a higher pedestal getting their ass beat, then there could be a potential. So I don't believe it shows. I believe it has an influence on.
When women lead with the mindset of deserving, they never get what they want. They never find it because they feel like it's always going to be, I can get better because I deserve this, I deserve that. Instead of being like he was saying, like open, I don't want to say worthy, but open to the possibility of what could be. Or I think we need to give options, choices, and consequences instead of telling the kids what to do. What happens, and this is the consequence. B, this is what happens, and this is the consequence. And then tell them about C that they don't know nothing about, and tell them the consequence, and then let them choose, man, because they're their own people. These kids are their own people. These girls are their own people. They gonna want what they want. We can just give them.
You can't do. So you saying you can't do anything about it.
You can't. I know that you can.
I don't want to go off on a tangent, but peep this. I had a conversation with my one of my best homies. He called me in the morning and said, yo, Mo. I said, what up? He said, yo, would you believe homie talking about his daughter smoking and he just happy that she's smoking in his house? He said, when do parents get scared of their children? So, Mr. O, is that now what you're referring to? Parents are scared of their children so they can't tell them what to do?
Man,
I just want to ask you that question.
That's so true in my life. I
don't want it personal. I just want to, just in general. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I've seen it. I've seen women, like you say, smoking in the house. Yeah, you can smoke and have sex and drink here in the house as long as you're doing it here because I know where you at. Like that goes on a lot. I see that a lot.
Is that because the parents are afraid, or is that because?
Yeah, they're afraid. That when you let your kids do stuff like that, and that's also the same type of parents that'll let their kids cuss them out and run over them and not check nothing and be passive. And those women don't do no better job in choosing a man for themselves than any other girl when you raise her like that. Right. If she don't respect her own father enough, she ain't gonna never respect no little boy.
Right.
Exactly. Okay. I agree with I agree with O on that. But as far as that aspect, man, I believe that's bullcrap. To me, that's not good parenting. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to set a standard of rules and how to conduct yourself in a manner as a woman. That all starts with yourself.
But you can I ask you a question? A quick question. You said that young boy that you met, because we're gonna get on sons too, but we want to get the daughters out the way real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You said the young boy was just like you. He was well mannered, but you know what he was when he was outside. You get what I'm saying? So is it wrong for a parent to say, you know what? I know my child. They're gonna behave in my house, but when they go outside, they're gonna do what they want. So I want them here safely. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm answering. So the best example I could get, like O said, he said, I would rather my children have sex inside of my household. I would rather them.
He didn't say that. He didn't say him. He said people. He didn't say that.
Oh, you talking about in general? Okay, my
Yeah,
fault.
he said in general. He did not say
I
that.
have a personal in my experience. I've seen that a lot.
Okay, you said in your experience.
Yeah, he didn't.
That's
He
right.
didn't.
Okay,
Not my household. My mama was
okay, good. All right. So, but he's right about that. In certain households,
Right.
people allow their children to do things out of fear that they think they're keeping them home. So for me, the example, say like my son or my daughter wanted to have sex in the household. The answer is no. Say like they wanted to smoke or drink in here. The answer is no. The standard is set. If I'm not doing it, you're not going to be doing it, and not in my household or in my presence. That's the respect that we had. We didn't curse in front of our parents and stuff like that. That was out of the question. I still don't curse in front of my mother. That's out of the question. That's the type of level of respect that I have.
Can't drink in my mom's house.
No smoking, no drinking, none of that. I grew up differently than a lot of people, man. Like respect was number one in my household.
Yeah, true.
That was law. Go ahead.
Let me jump real quick. I got something in my freaking eye. I'm gonna rinse it out. Before I go, what I'm saying is I agree with truth 100%. The parents that say as long as they're doing all of that stuff in my home, there's a difference between leadership and proximity.
Yeah, hold on. Hey, get that out your eye, because you could get affected like that, homie.
Listen.
Yo, shout out to Alonzo Hall. I don't really like to big up people I just met because they switch up, but I was very impressed with that man, Alonzo. I was very impressed because you see you could tell he's a brilliant guy, but he got another side to him. But he suppresses that side, and he's a brilliant man that starts businesses, deals with insurance. And get up here, Alonzo. Get up here, because we want to hear your commentary on this. And he's a married man. I believe he got shot a few times, but he turned his life around. And get up here. And I met him on, I think, Chaotic Truth page. So get up here, brother. He in Connecticut, owns barbershops, has businesses, very educated. I'm talking about very informed, educated, and very smart. So I want you to get up here and join the conversation while he gets his eye fixed. Is it good now? Because I don't want you to leave, Chef.
Yeah, I'm just going to rinse my eye.
Tell him to stream, y'all. Tell him to get up here.
Listen.
Okay.
So all I'm saying is this. Straight up, in terms of the control, just because proximity doesn't mean leadership. Proximity doesn't mean leadership.
Yes.
I'm a dog trainer. You a dog trainer. All right. Just because you got the kennel right outside your window and you could just watch them. You know what I'm saying? And then me, I got my garage and I can't see them, but I go and I train them every day. Who's going to have the more controlled dogs? You having your eyes on them, is that leadership? No. All that is proximity. So you allowing them to do whatever they want in the confines of your own home, the only thing that you gain is the benefit of proximity. You don't have the benefit of prevention, of leadership.
Shout out to Textual Chatter. You gotta get up here one day, Textual Chatter. All right, go ahead.
No, you good.
Yeah, see,
right.
you said it perfectly, Kinghormeku. Perfectly. You said it perfectly. Like,
thank you. I appreciate you.
Most people parenting skills, it'd be like, hey, I'm 15 feet away from them, but they're not even interacting with them personally.
Right. So listen, let's go over the list that we went so far. We decided that fathers shape their daughter's self-esteem, fathers influence their daughter's body image, fathers' daughter bonds are correlated with academic abilities, fathers influence their daughters' behavior. I hope, Alonzo, you're paying attention to this because I want your input because I don't want to go all the way back. You feel me? And fathers show their daughters how women deserve to be treated. That's what we left off at, right? What is your input on those 6 things? And tell the people about yourself because this is an ill individual. I only met him one time, but you know a star when you see a star. All right. So talk to him, homie.
Thank you. Salute everyone. Thank you for bringing me up. Thank you for the big up. I appreciate that. I'm not the type that switches up. That's why my name is the same across all platforms. So you can Google me and you'll find out that, I'm LinkedIn level. So you're going to see me the same way across all boards. In terms of parenting, I'm not yet a parent, but all of those things that you mentioned, especially for daughters, I think a father does have to be that first example. Prime example is my wife's father, right? He was a shining beacon in her life. And even though he and her mother weren't married and her mother married another man, her father said, I understand you married another man and I respect him. And she's going to be under his tutelage while she's in his household. And I'm going to make sure that she understands that. But I'm also going to make sure that she understands that I am her father and that I have a standard for her, regardless of what y'all say. And he did some extra special things. Like when it came to child support, he put himself on and decided to pay more so that nobody could say nothing. And then when that stopped, he continued to pay that directly to my wife until she hit 21, because I guess at her time it stopped at 18. And if I can, I'll briefly tell my story because one of the things I think we should add in there is teaching your daughter about things like finance and finding a man who's responsible enough to do things like have life insurance. So brief backstory. 2008, 3 days before Mother's Day, I got shot 5 times in front of my mother in the Tray 4, which is Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Right.
That fast forward made me to start selling life insurance. I give the joke that I was trying to be a rapper. I was trying to be the next 50 Cent. They call me 25 Cent because I got shot half as many times.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yo, it's just funny. I'm about to do a new life insurance tomorrow. See how God works. I'll go to State Farm, so I might have to send me they send a link. Put your stuff here, and the mods are going to put it up, and I might have to click on that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Also, I keep on going because I got to ask you a question.
Okay. I do free reviews. So in terms of that, even if you get with State Farm is actually one of the higher rated companies. And when it comes to companies that are property and casualty, which is car insurance, generally I would tend against it, but State Farm has some pretty decent products. Now, all life insurance isn't created the same. So it really depends on what you want your life insurance to do for you, which is most of the time never taught to you by that licensed financial professional. They probably didn't do what I do, which is sit down and help you identify and protect your lifestyle, right? They probably came to you and said, hey, King, $100,000 worth of life insurance costs you this much. And that's great. But when you're looking at life insurance, the reality is this. You got average agents that'll do it like that. You've got good agents that'll say, well, your average income is $50,000 a year. You need to replace 20 years of your income. $50,000 a year times 20 years is $1 million. Here's $1 million policy. An all-star advisor like myself would tell you, well, if you want to create generational wealth for your family, you're going to need to get a $10 million policy. Why is that? Because when that $10 million proceeds come, we always like to talk about things like money market account and interest rates. If you Google right now, the highest yield APRY high yield savings account or money market account, that'll be Goldman Sachs, which is Marcus Millichap. It's at a 0.5% interest rate. What is 0.5% of 10 million? It happens to be 50,000. So you would die, leave your family $10 million. That $10 million will go into a money market account at 0.5%, will give them $50,000 a year in perpetuity. That's how you create generational wealth.
Hold on. You gotta have a page. You gotta get a page. You got a YouTube page? Yes or no?
I do. Yes.
Put it on the group chat so I can highlight it. The mods can highlight it. Put it on a group chat. You got to come back and talk about life insurance with everybody. We restructuring here on Conversation with Kings, and I like that. But here's the real question. Put that up so I can highlight. We're gonna go back.
Yeah, I need to hear that again.
Yeah, he's no joke. and he don't know that we the hottest channel, straight up.
He just sold some policies.
Facts. Listen, I'll be watching you through the clouds, man. I've seen you around these parts, and I've seen you, on some panels with other folks, some that I rock with, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I'm a salesman, so I'm gonna rock with everyone who's gonna rock with me.
Right. I respect that, but listen, at the end of the day, we got monetized in 5 weeks. I don't even know how to use this. I'm doing it from my phone and my duplex in New York City. I'm okay, but I just came from the feds, and I'm running my father's business, so I'm all right. But we want to make sure everybody's all right. It's not just good that I'm all right, right? So please,
is that a record?
What happened?
A monetized record? Was that a record?
It might be, man. It might be. I don't want to say nothing. A record about a celebrity. I didn't have no celebrities, no cosigns.
5 weeks.
I just had beef.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, I want to say, we want you to come back, but we want you to stay here a little bit because I see everybody subscribing. That's why, I'm the only page that be telling. We call us the garden, and the garden, the rocks are the men, and the flowers are the females. That's how we refer to each other. But when we move, we move. We support everybody. So when you have things, we're gonna have 30, 40 people come to your place, 50 come over there. We support each other. So I don't know you, but your information made me want to just share you with the world, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So here's the question. You being a great father, in my opinion, is a disadvantage to your daughter if you have a daughter, because they will never meet someone with your standard. 2, you're not vetting any young men out here to meet your standards for your daughter. 3, if you introduce a young man to your daughter, they might not even get along because we're not living a day of arranged marriages. So how do you handle that? How do you handle it? And then the 4th question, how did you meet your wife after telling us that her father set a high standard?
So, in terms of the ruining,
everybody subscribing, man. I need some.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Listen, y'all about to get me monetized.
No, I'm joking. I don't want no. I just want you to come through. But that other channel got 50 people, 50,000. They not even sharing love. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They bogus. All right, go ahead.
That's a fact. So it's difficult. I actually, ironically enough, met my wife online. This was years ago. We met in 2008. Through a site called manandwife.tv, which was Fat Man Scoop and his wife, which are no longer together, ironically enough. But she and I met, and I met, ironically enough, under crazy pretenses. I was actually messing with a woman who was older than me, who was married at the time. And
hold on. The plot thickens. That's why you need a life insurance. You mess with a married woman. I get it. I definitely get it.
She was in her 50s. I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s. I was 23.
Early 20s.
Ooh. Yeah, 23, 24. She had a husband who was in his 50s. He, ironically enough, owned a bar. And that is why I needed life insurance, because he was a gun toter too. But listen, they don't call us gun wave in New Haven for nothing.
Right.
New Haven y'all know, yeah.
Listen. Let me tell you about something about New Haven. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all because I've been outside, but I wasn't really outside, but I was outside.
Was that the 203?
Mm-hmm.
I was outside. Let me tell you something about New Haven. New Haven is kind of like Cambridge, right? Or because you see the Ivy League schools that are associated with them, right?
Yeah.
But they go to war with Springfield. They go to war with other. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, Connecticut. They go to war with. Come on, son, Bridgeport. Let's relax here. Let's relax here.
I'm a side Hartford.
Yeah, all right, but we don't want. Let's keep it positive, please.
But yeah, so definitely my wife. Listen, it's almost still difficult. She's still a daddy's girl, and once a daddy's girl, almost always a daddy's girl. But what it does is, her father, in terms of vetting, actually vetted me. He pulled me to the side. The first thing we did was had a nice conversation, and it was candid. And he was having conversations just about, man talk. He was like, as men, what's your, besides, sleeping with her, what's your plans with my daughter? I know you want to hit it, but what else? And he was very candid.
Yo.
And then he was like, well, listen, we're in a day and age where, as a man, you have to protect yourself. And he actually told me about his situation. Papa was a Rolling Stone, right? So he was like, listen, if God forbid you end up, not working out with my daughter, or, you end up getting her pregnant, you have to protect yourself because, for lack of a better term, women can be very vindictive. So as a man, I'm telling you, man code, you need to learn how to protect yourself. If this situation happens, you go put yourself on child support. Why? Because the courts look at you this way. So he also taught me things about improving myself. And these are things that he instilled in his sons. So I also ended up being friends with the brother.
Go follow this man's page, please. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, turn the likes up, please. Turn the likes up, please. Turn the likes up.
Yeah, hit them likes.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, yo, Zoe, I just want to say thank you, my brother, for the information, and also I'm glad you're above ground, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Some folks who got hit one time that year and ain't here.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to finish this list. But before I finish this list, and everybody take your notes out, get your pens out. If anybody looking for life insurance, what are the 3 questions that they should ask the agent? The 3 top questions. And don't give the answers. Don't give the answers because we want them to come to your page and figure it out. But what are the 3 top? Yeah.
Health.
No. The top 3 questions that a client should ask an agent, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, number 1 is actually, what are my options, right?
Options? I love it.
Because most people, and I'm probably going to end up actually doing a blog about this, because a lot of people want me to just break down the difference of permanent and term, or excuse me, whole life and term. But there's actually permanent and term, right? So permanent encompasses everything that's permanent is whole life, but there's like 6 different types. So you want to ask, what are my options? And then you want to ask, what can the life insurance do for me? I'll give you a brief example, right? I did a video.
That's number 2?
That's part of number 1. Okay. What are my options and what can it do for me is question number 1. Write that down.
All right. Y'all got that? Okay.
Prime example, it can pay for your college. It can make you a millionaire overnight because the life insurance adds to your net worth. So if you want to be a millionaire tomorrow, buy $1 million worth of life insurance and get approved. You're a millionaire on paper. Your net worth. That fast. These are things that ain't taught to us from a lot of the backgrounds when we playing suicide in Brooklyn.
That's why I liked him, because he mentioned suicide. That's why I fell in love with him. I remember that. Go ahead.
And then price really isn't a factor, but I'll tell you like this, because a lot of people will ask, well, how much is a life insurance policy?
Wait, hold on. You said number 2 is price isn't a factor. Thank you, Loverboy Linsky, for putting that.
Right.
Price, that's number 2. What's the price?
No. How can it fit in my budget? So say you come to an advisor and you say, I have $100 that I'm willing to spend. Right? Now you know that I have options with these policies. Like I said, say you want to get a policy on your son so you can use it to pay for his college instead of paying me 2 and 20 fees to get you a Section 529 college savings plan. Because a life insurance agent is like McDonald's. We advertise with the Big Mac and fries, but when you look at the menu, we got ice cream if the machine works. We got apple pies, we got ice cream, we got slices of salad and all that. So a life insurance agent can help you with your life insurance, your Section 529 college savings plan, your 401k, your IRA, your SEP, your TSP. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. But if we were to build a house and start from the roof, you would fire that architect. You want them to dig a hole in the ground and build your foundation. That's what life insurance is. However, a lot of these financial gurus got you building your financial house from the roof down instead of digging a hole in the ground and pouring concrete, which is a foundation. Every building stands on a foundation. Somebody had to dig a hole in the ground first. That's what the life insurance is. And then everything else builds on top of it.
Number 3.
So number 3 is actually a great question. I mean, what other products can help me attain my financial goal, right? Because sometimes, right, when I'm advertising to people, I'll say, oh, you got life insurance? Yes. Well, you took care of dying too soon. What about living too long? So that's something like an annuity, which is an IRA or an individual retirement account, but it's actually an individual retirement annuity. So an annuity is the opposite of a mortgage. A mortgage meaning payment till death, you pay out until you die. An annuity is the reverse, meaning you receive payment till death. That's why insurance companies killed the pension and created the 401k. So the 401k pays out what's called period certain. Let's say you have $100,000 in your 401k, which is really realistic. I just rolled 115k over last month for someone who worked for 30 years. So let's say you have that 100K and it's going to pay you out, these are arbitrary numbers, but let's say $10,000 a year when you're 65. That's why you see that old lady working back at Walmart, because her 401k paid out what's called period certain, which is $10,000 a year every year for 10 years. Then that money's gone. And now you got to go back to work. An annuity may be that same $100,000, but it's an obligatory contract with the insurance company, so it pays in perpetuity. So let's say the same figure, you get that $10,000 a year for 10 years, and the $100,000 that you put in is gone. Doesn't matter. You're still going to get $10,000 a year every year until the day you die out of an annuity, if it's funded properly and set up right, which is why you got to come see me for a consult. And I only charge $100 as opposed to most who charge $2,500.
Listen, yo, man, I appreciate you. And I have a gift of tying all these things together. And it's basically this. Let me finish the list first, and I'm going to tell you how I tied this whole thing together. And he kind of gave a clue to it. I had 10 reasons why father-daughter relationships are important. And we were up to number 6. Now, number 7 says fathers can help determine a daughter's persistence. Yes or no, fellas, so we could get tied this together. Can a father determine a daughter's persistence? Yes or no, Chef?
Yeah, you can affect it.
Okay. You're on mute, brother.
My answer from the father's side, and they can impact it, they can influence it.
Okay, perfect.
They can impact, influence it. You know what I mean? Can they control it, or can they, finitely be able to push them in a particular trajectory? Nah. Okay. They learn differently from us.
True or false? Okay, and also
I agree with Chef.
You can affect it, but you can't choose it.
Alonzo?
Yeah, I was going to say I agree with Chef. I don't think you can. I think you can influence, her persistence, but it's difficult because you look at things like, what's the name, King Richard. He kind of affected their persistence and made them want something else, but they kind of had to want it themselves.
Okay.
If you look at the children, if anybody of you guys know any alcoholics and you look at their children, there's the majority of the people that I know who are alcoholic, like bad alcoholics and parents, the child doesn't touch a thing. They haven't touched a thing. Sometimes that's why I use the term influence, because some kids learn differently. We see things, but actually what we see is actually backwards. There's a thing called visual refraction that takes place in our brain. So we think we can be pointing them this way because we're going this way, but certain kids don't learn that. They will refract. And what's going to happen is they may go in the totally antithetical direction that we were going, depending on how that nature versus nurture impacted them.
All right, so check this. Let me just get through this. And also, please, everybody has a lot of questions for him. You can go to his page. I want to come on Friday at 7. I want to have Financial Fridays from 7 to 8 on Conversation with King, but that's up to him if he wants to do it. Because I've been asking a lot of my friends to do it, but they're like, I don't want to share my secret. So I don't know if you're interested, you can, or y'all can just go to his page because we spread love over here.
So I don't mind, man. Listen, I get the word out, bro.
All right, so Friday 7 to 8, man. Hopefully he comes through, and we do Financial Fridays for a quick hour, and then subscribe to him because he has his own programming too. We need to support that. Let's get this the last question, and we got to go back to the list. You want me to ask you, and I didn't forget about you. List me, but go to this page because we want to finish the list. What's your opinion on index funds? Quick
funny.
answer.
Versus
Index universal life insurance.
Index versus
say it again so everybody can hear it.
Indexed universal life insurance.
Okay. Why?
So there's a life insurance that's tied to the S&P 500 index. Currently, they're growing at least 6.7% monthly compound interest.
That's not bad at all, man. You about to
compared to what though? Like, to give context for people who don't know what index funds are.
So an index fund is basically, it's going to be your attachment of ETFs, right? But the S&P 500 index is the 500 best performing companies in America, right?
Absolutely.
So the S&P 500 has been performing at a historical average of 10.3%. Last year was 13.3%. Right. When you're looking at percentage of 6.7% monthly compound interest rate, you're looking at 21 to 36% annually. And it's guaranteed. It's going to be all of basically the upside of the stock market, none of the downside, because you have the ceiling and the floor. You have to find a professional who knows what they're doing with those, because it's very easy to make fall apart.
But can you tell people too? I don't want to get everybody hopes up high. Tell them you can't go there with $500. Tell them you got to play.
No, you got to.
I mean, you can actually go there. You could go there with as little as $100.
You need $5,000 or more before.
Tell them you got to play. Please tell them I got to play. I mean, you can, but if you want to see something.
If you want to see something, yeah, the average minimum starter is $1,000 a month. I'll tell you guys to Google something.
Look at this. They're trying to link with you, homie. Everybody's been saying they want to link with you, man.
Listen, man, link with me.
We're not playing no games over here, man. And
I see.
Because he's going to YouTube pages and he's promoting himself because this is what he does. And this is what we want to promote. Let's make him rich so he can make you rich. That's the bottom line. That's what it is. That's why I keep on telling people, everybody get mad. Oh, you want to get monetized. Listen, I don't do what he does. What I do real estate development.
Oh, we got a link. I got my license in New York.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Listen. Listen. That's what I do. I don't do this.
My office is what is it? 280 Madison Ave on the 8th floor.
On the 8th floor?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be around. Listen,
or 260 Madison Ave. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say where I'm at right now, but
I was asking to explain the difference between the index and what is commonly compared to the mutual fund. Like,
but an index contains them.
Why choose one or the other?
So they're basically the same. A mutual fund is going to be in an index. An index is the market. So you're looking like the Chicago Stock Exchange, which is a minor index, or the S&P 500, which is one that everybody's familiar with. Fidelity actually also created their own index. Then you have things like California or the Dow Jones. Those are indexes as well, but those are major markets as opposed to, like I said, the S&P, which is a minor index. You got the Philadelphia Stock Exchange. You got a bunch of different exchanges.
Hold on.
Sorry.
You got to go to your page.
Chef's comment in there.
Yeah. Where's Chef at? You got to go to your page.
There we go.
Go to your page. No more. We're not doing this no more. It's too much.
I just want people to know the difference between.
I know. You're right. Oh, you had the right question.
I don't know. I want the people.
I know you know. Oh,
you were running through acronyms. Like, I don't even think a lot of these people know what an ETF is when you said that.
Listen. Oh, let them go to his page. Oh, I know you know.
I'm sorry.
I know how you use the military to get rich. I already know. Let's not talk about this no more. Let's stop, man. We all got our little ways, man. I use generational wealth. We use the military. It's the same thing, baby. Yeah. Check it out. What we're gonna do is finish this list, though, right? Number 8. Fathers help define future romantic relationships for their daughters. True or false?
I think that's true.
I bet you got like 15 subscribers because of this.
I wouldn't doubt it. I probably got more than that.
Right. So say that again.
But I would agree with that, because even in like the vetting, my wife's father did a lot in terms of, being there, and she had brothers, which helped. But her father, was really like instrumental. And even throughout our entire relationship, right? He was there. And he would kind of step in until we got married. He never let his covering off of his daughter, right? Even though we were cohabitating, right? We were living together in Brooklyn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I moved in. I moved from Connecticut to Brooklyn. We moved into an apartment over by Broadway Junction. And, you know, we were there together. But until I got the Husbands Unite, the ring.
Right there by Kelly Park. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't let go of the covering. So he was still like, yeah, that's my daughter. Right. But then that's why in marriage, he handed her off to me. I think a lot of men don't take marriage seriously. And this is going to sound misogynistic, but when you get married, that woman becomes your belonging. That's why she goes from Miss to Mrs., which is MRS, meaning Misters, belongs to Mr.
Talk about it.
So my wife is Mrs. Hall, right? She belongs to Mr. Hall. Therefore, I have to make sure I'm right and exact. And I have to make sure, okay, I see this guy because men, we notice men, right? You don't not notice a man if he has something about him, right? You're going to notice it. And that's the kind of order her father had. He had something about him. And he made sure he had something about him that he was like, okay, if you're going to get with my daughter, you got to step up as a man, and I'm going to make you want to be similar to me or better. So
listen, ladies, this is my new diss line. I don't want you to belong to me. I don't want you to belong to me. If I don't want to marry him, I don't want you to belong to me. It's a very possessive thing to be the missus. Very possessive. Check it out. Number 9. Fathers help define their daughters' non-romantic relationships. Chef, Truth, fathers help define their daughters' non-romantic relationships.
True.
Every question that you ask involving the father, where it states helps, has an influence, where it's not a specific absolute, right. I will say yes, because that shows the powers of what we do. We can help define. We can help set a trajectory. We can help influence. You know what I mean? But there is no specific guarantee that we cause it.
See, my only thing is that all of those types of courses sound like an indirect effect, but an influence, like that would be the person choosing. To influence someone, they would have to choose like your likeness or your ideals. I can be an influencer, but to be effective, someone would have to choose my narrative. So but indirectly affecting by my behaviors, my mannerisms, the way I talk, or what I expose her to, she can take that into consideration and be like, this is an example at a certain age when they don't know who they are. They're trying to become that. But once they figured out, like, this is who I am, like past 15, like you really don't have a lot of say so on what she gonna do.
Yeah, I like what you're talking right now. Truth, talk to me.
Age got a lot to do with it.
Truth there? Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Okay, talk to me. Make it quicker. We're going to number 10, and we're gonna start going down this rabbit hole, and then we're gonna end at 10 o'clock, so we can all go to Chef page. But also, I want you to subscribe to Alonzo. Please do that for me. And also, before we do number 10, do number 10, and then I'm gonna ask you. Before we do that, though, I want the numbers to go up. But
so we on 10 or 9?
We on 9, but I want to do number 10 after you finish.
Okay. So tell me what 9 is again one more time.
Fathers define their daughter's non-romantic relationship.
Yes.
True. Okay. Number 10. Fathers are role models for their daughters, whether they like it or not.
True.
Chef.
Fathers are role models
for their daughters, whether they like it or not. I know he's about to start cooking.
Yeah, we have first
like that.
love for sure.
He's about to start cooking.
Because I'm thinking about the words, and I'm thinking what I know about fathers. I'm thinking about what role modeling is.
We the first thing she
And
fall in love with, though. So yeah.
So I gotta say yes, because even though we may present a certain role, an ideal of a role that we want to present to that child, depending on their learning style or how they take it, it may have a different impact on them. We may be strict in order to keep them safe and to rear them the right way, but depending on the kind of mentality that child has, their soul may rage against it, and then when they get freedom, they may just veer the opposite direction. You get what I'm saying? So you can be a horrible parent and still be a role model to the child. When we talk about role models are not just the people that it's not just that one role that they model after, the positive role. Role modeling also helps the child know the kind of person they don't want to be. That's why whenever you hear the term role model, they say positive role model.
Right.
A dirtbag degenerate is also a role model, maybe not a positive one. So they can have the literally the same amount of impact. It's just which way, what trajectory it sends them on.
All right, check this out. Who else disagrees with Chef before you move on? Who disagrees with Chef? I can't hear you mute, brother. Oh, you mute.
I thought role model was mutually exclusive to like the model type that we would aspire to be, not like a negative influence. Like a negative influencer, it shouldn't wear the same title as a role model.
Clash of the Titans.
Right, but here's the thing.
There's some pushback.
No. I can speak to that. The thing is, I could speak to it, right? In terms of role model, let me just drop this in here real quick for you, right? See the definition in there.
Mr. O, on the block, Jan agrees with Mr. O. She put it up there.
Right.
Why?
So here's the thing. There's going to be definitions that you'll see. There's going to be certain paper definitions, right? The point that I'm saying is that a parent becomes a role model to the child. So forget what we know. I'm not just talking about the definition. I'm actually talking about the tactical application of role modeling. If I am a good role model, if I behave in a way that is the most righteous, if I behave like Jesus Jr., the second coming or something, all right, I would be a role model, and I would be looked at as something for the child to model themselves after. My theory, okay, I should have tagged it. It's a chefism. I believe that there's also a role model that is the anti-hero or the antithetical model to the positive one, which is the person that you want to make sure you do not become. In the hood, in different places, we had just as many role models as they were the antithetical role models. But those were all models that we had the opportunity to shape ourselves after. We can say that there's people that's not role models, but then when you look at hustlers, killers, dirtbags, degenerates, there's young people in the hood.
Two of my killers in my
wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. When we talk about
ain't got no feelings.
When we talk about dirtbags, degenerates, and the people, those folks, there's folks in the hood that follow them, and they become their role models. So when we say no, a role model can only be positive. No, that's why I give the delineation as a positive role model. Why do they attach the word positive to role models when we talk about a positive role model? Once you attach the term positive to something, that means that there's also an antithetical negative to it. So if that means that there's people, who do people root for in the gangster movies? Not the police. So when we talk about role modeling, we have to be wider. I think we have to be wider in terms of what we understand, because the positive role model, negative role model, if they both have the same impact on the person, does one not exist?
We should. The word model is like another word for example, but in today's world, we look at the word model by Symbolically, we look when we see a woman that's a model. She is the example of what every woman should aspire to be. The definition of perfect, and that's what when we hear that word model, we like that's the example we should model ourselves behind. A
A
negative
template,
influence or a
blueprint,
bad,
a blueprint.
right? The blueprint, like the word model. Always, I guess in today's world, maybe I'm a victim of that, but I've always associated with that, like you said, the blueprint, the example of what we should aspire to be, not the negative influence.
All right,
Well,
so I want
listen.
to talk about that. Wait. We talked about that, right? Because
Yeah.
we talked about model, right? Okay. So now we talked about model. There is no positive or negative influence when we talk about the term model. Take a look at it. King, hit that thing real quick, man. You see it?
Okay, but what the word role?
Model.
What about role?
No. We put role model in there already. I'm talking about
No.
because he just started talking about model. So when we look at the term model, so I wanted to speak specific to that. A model has nothing to do with a positive thing that we're going to do. It's simply an informative representation of an object, person, or system. There is no positive or negative connotation because guess what? If I take a piece of clay and mess around with it, and when I'm finished, it looks like Mr. O. I've just created a model. So
Like,
all a model is actually a representation of something that existed.
okay.
So when we talk about role model, that person, when we talk about role and then model, that role model is also the person that someone else will be basing the representation of how they move their life or where they want to be on this person, positive or negative.
Well, this is what Jen said. Jen said if you Google role model, all positive examples pop up, dudes in capes and it's like yada yada. But
I put it in there.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was a paper definition. So can the model definition you put it be a paper definition as well?
No, because the word model, I'm going to tell you, role model, first off, is a compound. The term model, right. So each of those, whenever you're going to have a compound word, each of those words have a specific meaning in and of itself.
Right.
So there's always going to be some sort of confusion when you create a compound word based on specific terms. But that's why when he said the term model, a model, okay, a piece of clay that's made to look like you is a model. If I go and take some freaking, toothpicks and build a car with it, I've created a model. A role model, it's used particularly or colloquially, role model is used in a positive sense. Why? Because you're not going to want somebody, you're not going to want to take consideration of somebody fashioning themselves off of somebody negative, off of a degenerate, right? So when we use the term role model, even though it uses positive connotation, so what do we say about the people that follow the negative people that want to fashion themselves after Nino Brown and some of the other folks? Would Nino Brown and them not a person's role model?
Listen,
Larry Hoover is definitely a role model, man.
Right. What we're gonna get down a rabbit hole because we're gonna say what's right, what's wrong. We don't want to go there.
Larry Hoover is a role model. He did say, he'd rather be walking down the street wearing a suit and tie and a briefcase than baggy jeans and a gun. Those are some of those principles of growth and development.
Don't mind me, man. I'm just trying to get my oxtails.
Man, it's the second day in a row. Chef was on the ox last night. I need some.
There's a shortage in the world, so we got to keep up. All right, so let's do this because I already know my man Alonzo is already making moves. Alonzo, you there? Is he there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm stepping outside for the moment, but I'm here.
Because the businessman in me, whoever, is there an affiliate link or discount code for whoever comes from conversations with Kings? Do they have any discounts by going through you? I just want to know.
On the insurance product, no, but on a consult, yes. They can actually email me. I'll drop my email.
Please.
Give me my email in the
give
private
my
chat as
gardeners some
well.
discounts, man. We gotta give them some discounts, please.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you
Give
for that.
them
You
this
didn't
one
have to,
too.
but I appreciate that. You know how to put you on the spot. They need a
No, that's all
discount.
good. Yeah.
Everybody hold him accountable to that discount too. If y'all go to him, please.
Not a problem at all. And I dropped in the private chat because we were speaking of role models and speaking of things in the hood. That's one of the things, first of all, we could have, as black men, our role models be, Bumpy Johnson or even Nicky Barnes versus El Chapo. But I actually, and this is why those questions you ask, and it actually leads back to fatherhood as well.
Right.
In 2002, the Colombian cocaine cartel hid $80 million of drug money in life insurance policies. That's why today we have to do something like, which is called AML training, anti-money laundering training. And this is an FYI for everybody out there, regardless of what company you do it with. But like, if you do like a investment with Fidelity or put $10,000 or more of any transaction, there's something called an SAR, Suspicious Activity Report, which is filed on you every time you do that transaction by any financial institution or financial professional. Now, they won't tell you about it, and no, it doesn't mean that you're a criminal or on any criminal list. It's just kind of, we do that to cover our ass. So in case you are a criminal, we told in advance. But no, it doesn't make you, even get searched or anything by the IRS most of the time, unless it's really, really, really suspicious. But I think that's something that people don't tell our folks about specifically. And those are things that we should learn. Knowledge is power, right?
Wow. Thank you. You probably saved me from another indictment. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
I'm joking. Listen. We want the ladies to come up because I want to ask the ladies about the same questions, but in regards to their sons. So whoever's brave, please put up the link for the ladies so they could come up. Make sure you go and follow Alonzo. Make sure you go and follow Chef. Make sure you go and please follow Mr. O. Make sure you go and follow Truth. You don't have a page yet, right? Do you? Truth?
Yeah, I got a page.
All right, please go and follow him. And also let's get Darrell and let's get On the Block with Jen to the 1,000 mark by next week at the latest. So if you want to do it this weekend, you can, but next week at the latest. It speaks volumes when I got monetized, but it's going to even speak more volumes when everybody around me gets monetized. It ain't no fun unless my homies can have some, right? Period. So we want to make sure everybody gets monetized because I want everybody to have passive income. Passive income. Listen, what are we doing here if we're not trying to win? What are we doing? What are we doing? Chef, you starting at 10 o'clock?
Damn, I was actually starting at 10:30.
Okay.
I was actually starting at 10:30, but
I don't want to lose the momentum. But let's go to the woman. Any woman that wants to come up, we're going to ask you about and Claire's up. We want to ask you and keep it positive about a mother's role in regards to their son's outlook on life. And having a great mother can cripple your son. I think it crippled me, right? It actually crippled me because my mother was so nurturing. It's to the point that I need a woman to cook. I need a woman to do this. I need a woman to do that. I need a woman to do this. Being a great mother, can that spoil your son and mess him up from, finding a potential lover or wife? I need the ladies to come up and call in, and please follow Loverboy Linsky. He's the man. Listen to him. So let ladies know what's going on, and also follow Darrell. He's the third horseman. Please follow Darrell. Make sure you get him to 1,000 likes. I appreciate that. Also, if you're not a member of the King's Court, you need to be. It's only $10. Go there, get your cool emojis, and get ready for the exclusive content that's coming in December. I'm doing a Giveon concert tomorrow, so I might put my little, who I'm going with and who I'm with that day. I want you to go and see me, be a part of my life. Also, We want those to get my book, Loving Life Through Hours of Travel. You haven't got it, please got it. Please go and get it. And also Ripple. We don't want to play with Ripple. They sponsor us. We got sponsored before we even had monetization. So please go and support Ripple. There's no nicotine. There's no THC. Please go and support it. And the affiliate link is the Ripple King. That's me. The Ripple King get 15% off. How much percent off do they get? Alonzo, when they use the conversation with King, when they hit you in the email?
50%.
15?
50.
Huh?
50.
Oh my gosh. Somebody put that down in the chat room, man. He said 50%. He said 50%. Stop playing with these people, man. Stop. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be in touch real soon.
Yeah, come on, man. Stop playing with people, man.
As a matter of fact, yo, open the door. That's me outside, man.
Stop playing with people, man. Stop playing with people. Come on. And like I said, this wasn't planned. This is what I love about my show. I don't plan anything. I'm organic.
I'm gonna definitely have to get that Ripple too because I struggle with the nicotine.
Yeah, listen, this is so dope because there's no nicotine, but a lot of men that smoke, women still have oral fixation. It's a habit. I don't smoke at all. I never smoke weed or nothing like that. What happens is it's just a cool factor with me. I travel. I went to like 52 countries. So when I do go to like Morocco, Marrakech, like that, I'm smoking hashish, which is what they call hookah, like out here, right?
Shisha.
This is the vibe right here. Use my code 50%. They're gonna mail it to you. Got different flavors. This is Dream Lavender. And it's made with real roots. You know what I mean? That's why I could give back to you. Trust me, this is worth it. It's worth it. If you want to quit smoking, it's worth it. Who else? Oh, Mac Misha, what's up? Shout out to the Order Filipinas, man. Shout out to Mac Misha.
All the Pinay out there. Como
Misha Mac.
Y'all want to mess with the peyote?
I was trying to figure what she was. Shout out to you. You have to look a little bit Spanish because you know that history. You know your history. Yeah, talk to me.
You don't want to mess with the peyote?
What's the peyote?
Jeff know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know anything, man. I got stories.
That's where you kicking in with the Indian chiefs, with the Native Americans.
Man. Y'all gotta teach me that, man. But 50% off the conversations with King with a K, with Alonzo. Please go and support him. His page, that's his page. Follow him. You get 50% off. That's $50 just for consultation an hour. $50. So we want to get the money to him, so you get the money to y'all. And you know what? At the end of the day, we want to help us be rich. This is a community thing. And that's it. Yeah, Misha Mack is alright. Love boy, she alright. She alright. It's the gray hair that does it. Shout out to what else? That's it. That's it. All right. Ladies, good evening. That's it. Anyway, no ladies, we got Claire up here. We're gonna bring Claire up here. Claire, how are you? Flower?
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hey, girl, you okay, girl?
Yeah.
Hey, well, go on. You good?
All right. So what we want to talk about is the effects on mothers on their sons. Being a great mother, how does that spoil a son from meeting?
Well, I think personally, I've got one son. He's 23. I think where we fail with our sons as mothers is A, we overprotect, and B, overindulge. So I had a rule. It was a rule that my mom started, to be fair, that the boys were taught, like my brother had to do exactly the same things that we had to do in the house. And I kept that up for my son as well. So because in my eyes, I was not prepared to send my son out there beholden or needing somebody else to maintain his daily life skills, basically. And I think we focus a lot on making, like material things, activities, how, making them feel good all the time. And that's unrealistic. My son can cook, clean. He's the one who does his sister's ironing because he's better than them. Everything that a woman can do, he can do. So I know that whatever lady he's gonna be with, it's not because he needs her to maintain himself, if you get what I mean. I think being the mother of black boys, black children, is especially hard because of the negative world outside, basically. So we tend to overprotect them in a way that sometimes the girls aren't afforded the same protection from mom, I would say. My kids, my elder two, grew up in a two-parent home. I've only recently split up with their dad after 21 years. So they grew up with him here, all this, and growing up myself without having my father present, I see that my children are a lot more confident in themselves as in who they are as people than what I felt at that age, sort of thing. But yeah, I think moms can be the key factor in the failure of our children. I don't think it's a case of being a great parent, because that can be defined in such a with such a broad spectrum. Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, I would see as a failure if you haven't taught your child the life skills they're going to need for the real world. I was the first person to disappoint my children. Yeah, for them to feel that disappointment. They felt it at home first, so that I could coach them through them feelings, so that when they go out in the world and they get disappointed, because they will, they know how to handle that. If you don't allow them to feel that disappointment until they're of a certain age, then how are they expected to know that? And one more point,
Yes.
the, the one of the panel members said about setting the standards too high, like saying to their daughters that they can't have a man unless he's at my level, sort of thing. And that's all very well, but where on that level are you
Yes.
talking?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Financial,
I'm sorry, Claire.
emotional.
Claire, hold on. Claire, hold on 1 second. Thank you, Danique. I totally forgot. Please go and get my brother Willie Dean's book, Love. Please. I totally forgot. I'm a sucker for that. Please go and get my
Okay,
brother
will
Love
do.
by Willie Dean. Thank you.
I do like to read, so I will do.
It's for children. It's a children's book.
Okay, that's great. I've got kids. I've got a grandson now as well.
That's
So
perfect.
it comes back in a full circle. So, but yeah, I think we can set high standards for our children, but we've got to be realistic for what they can attain, because one of the biggest problems now is that we've set our children up for these standards. We've given them a level of lifestyle that when they're out the gate at 18, 21, 25, they can't maintain that. They can't attain that. So some of them make poor choices to obtain that level of lifestyle. If your child has only worn $90 sneakers, yeah, or $100 sneakers all their lives, yeah, then when they're 18, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing at home, all that drama, and then you cut them off financially. Where are they earning the money for that? Because when they go to McDonald's to work, it's a pittance. And how do you understand?
I
So a
totally
lot of
understand.
them, this is why a lot of them, boys especially, turn to crime, because they turn to crime because we all know you can make a lot more money in a day out on the road than you can at McDonald's. So we have to think about what we're setting them up for, because that's a fall, that we're setting them up for a fall. In some cases, we're setting them up to fail, and then, or for them to become extremely depressed because they can't maintain that level of lifestyle that you've just given them for 18 years, or however many years you're prepared to financially, be there for them, sort of thing,
Right. Let me ask you a question, Clay. You're from the UK, but by way of Jamaica, right?
Yeah, well, I'm born here. My mum was born here, but my dad and some of my grandparents are from Jamaica. I'm biracial. We call it mixed race here.
You call it what? You call it what? Would you call it?
Mixed race.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So, but I'm biracial. Both of my parents are biracial. So, one's
Mm.
half Indian and Jamaican, and one's half white Welsh and Jamaican.
Oh
So, yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
yeah.
Out of all
Yeah,
people,
I
come
call
one people,
myself
right?
a panda, black, white, and Asian.
All right, I love it. I love it, Claire. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you for coming up and being brave enough to talk to us, and also, giving us your wisdom. I appreciate you sincerely. Um, with that
Panda,
being,
panda, panda, panda.
Wanda,
Yeah,
you're crazy.
panda.
Yeah, she's so dope. Today was a good day. It was a smooth show, and these are the type of shows I like to have. It seems like every time I go through chaos, the next day is peace, and then that means the next time I come on, gonna be warfare. So I'm used to it by now.
It's the
I'm glad.
balance.
It's the balance. It's the balance. That's what happens when you're trying to be king, or when you are a king, right?
You
You
can't
have a.
have good without you can't have good without bad. It's
You
the
can't. It's
reality of
impossible.
life.
I wish,
Yep.
my girl in the LA realized that, but it's all right. Um, I want to say shout out to Love and Life through the Eyes of Travel. Please go and get that book. Claire, start a YouTube channel. We want to hear your voice more often, your wisdom. Do you have a
Oh,
YouTube channel?
no, I ain't got one.
Okay, so well, you need to get one. With that being
Okay.
said, I want to go. There's not enough women coming up to talk about the mother's effects on their sons, but it's okay. Today, I just wanted to prove a point to everybody. We have these unrealistic goals for our children to have when it's time for them to meet a mate, and we have to basically set standards that are realistic. And if we can't do that, we have to have a better vetting process. How does that vetting process look like? I have no idea, but I know that for a fact, if we don't have an active role in selecting our children's mates, we're going to have the same or even worse divorce rates. We're going to have broken families. And when you have broken families, you have broken communities. And when we have broken communities, you have eventually broken nations. We want to make sure that we select the perfect person, not just to love our children, but also take care of our children. And the only way you can do that if it's a lifelong process. That means we need to be more open and more connected as a community. In order for us to do the right things for our children, we have to do the right things for ourselves. So being a great parent is not wrong, but being a great parent and not being a community is wrong. We have to make sure that we reach out to other families, as many families as possible, and select the right children to meet our children. Like Wu Tang said, right? Oh, my kids marry your kids, marry his kids, and that's how we keep the what? The money in the family. Some shit like that, right? Some shit like that,
You close.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we are vetting the people that our children meet, but first and foremost, setting the right example for them. And I think this was a great show. I might end the show real early because I want to get to these oxtails. But I appreciate you, Mr. O. I appreciate you. Truth is never favored. Appreciate Chef, Claire, Alonzo. Go and get that money and help my people out. Make sure they're doing the right thing. Also, please get the hoodie. Being great is the new petty. We don't get mad at people. We don't hurt people. We just be great. And when you're great, that makes everybody mad at you. Designed by Terry. Terry's one of the greatest designers in the world. At the gameplay and the fly. See, I like this guy Ray Alonzo. You talking that stuff, baby. Everybody have a good night. It was a quick show. Oh, yeah, you're right. You got quick reflexes. Chef, so I'm gonna, let it go to your show. I'm just gonna relax today and chill. But Friday, I'll be back. Tomorrow, go to Chef's show at his page. It's not on this page. Go to Chef's show at 7 o'clock. Be there, ready to play. Also, please be on the lookout for On the Block with Jen and Mr. O. They have a show coming up. Also, please be on the lookout for Darrell's or his content. And this page is gonna grow, man. Hopefully, we do Financial Fridays from 7 to 8. Be here on time, so you can hear more wisdom from Alonzo, and you can go directly to his page, and you have to discount. When you use the Conversation with King discount, you get 50% off the consultation. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you, Chef. Any last words? Can you get the Garden Proverbs?
Salute to y'all, my brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the Garden Proverbs real quick. You guys have all been a part of a wonderful stream within our sphere, not the manosphere, not the black manosphere, but our sphere. Within our sphere, we have a garden. It's considered our true pill community garden. Why true pill? Because we're not red pill, we're not blue pill. We are true pill. We allow open discussions on a higher vibrational level to allow for solutions, action steps, and for real change. And in order to do that, we have to maintain a secure and curated secure ecosystem. Within that ecosystem, we have two special forces within there: the flowers and the rocks. The flowers are the life bringers. The flowers grow forth from the earth. The flowers take the light from the sun in our ecosystem, and they translate it and convert it into oxygen, which we are able to breathe in order to move forward. In order to do anything, we need that oxygen. So they are life givers, life bringers, but not just by virtue of the oxygen, by virtue of the fruit that they provide to our ecosystem, and the seeds that the birds and the bees travel to go procreate and spread those seeds to other flowers. They're heavy. Why? Because we breathe that air, that oxygen they create in. But after we go and do our thing and expend that energy, what happens? We expel carbon dioxide, which those flowers still then take that waste from breathing and translate it back into oxygen, which they thus breathe back into us, which means metaphorically, they give us life, we expend it, and they take our crap, our waste, and are able to transform it and breathe life back into us, just like the helpmeets that they are within our society, within our garden. So who are we? Men, we are the rocks. We are dense in mass. We are hard. We are firm. Where do rocks normally sit within the garden? Normally on the outer periphery or the outer perimeter of the garden. You know, like those decorative white rocks the neighbors had. What's the purpose of them? To protect the roses, to protect the flowers, from any offending feet that may mistakenly step on them. How? Well, interesting. In order to mistakenly step on our flower, you would first have to succumb to the sharp pain of stone beneath your feet and think twice about that incursion. That's what we do within this garden. We protect our garden and make sure that no incursions take place. So if you're coming in, please take your eternal and rightful place within the garden. But if you enter with any nefarious purposes, you will be met with swift justice. One last thing, just want to make sure y'all know, because we're going to be starting the other show at 10:30, but just to give you a quick, tiny teaser so everybody can freshen up, do what you got to do. Doesn't matter. I got something special planned for you guys tonight. It's going to be an interesting topic, extremely interesting topic, because of course,
You put it up here?
It's on the news right now. This is not going to be a gossip topic. We're not going to be talking about his baby mama and Mayweather and all of that. We're going to be doing it clinically. I'm going to be channeling my inner TLA. What I want to talk about is, we're going to talk about, is it legal, the legality. So if you're going to be joining, just like a teacher from the class, we're going to class today. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure you guys pull up and have ready, if you got your laptop or phones, YouTube community guidelines. Because this is going to be an educational thing. We're going to understand, is it legal? What was possible that allowed it to happen? You know what I'm saying? And I want this to also be a cautionary tale for all of us content creators as well. So we take a look at it. The only thing that I ask is, I'm new to this thing here. So all of you content creators that are out there, you are going to be the chef that's cooking in this thing. I'm going to bring the empirical knowledge I have as well as literal knowledge, but I want you guys with the experience to come in and share. This is a group discussion. It's not just me. I want it to be 30 me, 70 you, or 20 me, 80 you. All right?
Right.
So that's what we're talking about. I want everybody to get an opportunity to freshen up. You got 38 minutes before we touch down. So come through. Chef Shapino's page. CHEF.
And double the numbers. Today was a low number day for us. We did like 60, 70. Double the numbers from Give 'em 140. Double the numbers in views, please.
Chef, I heard
and I'll be selling thumbnail services, by the way, pretty soon, because I've been told that folks is liking my thumbnails. So, you know.
Oh, I'm already on it. I'm already on it, partner.
Did they? I thought YouTube demonetized his page and he deleted his videos after that.
Well, talk about it next show. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
it next show, because this is not the first time that happened.
Always going to correct you.
And thank you. Truth is never favored. If y'all see them thumbnails that I did, you see I got him looking like warm and fuzzy. I did the old cartoony illustration thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You send that picture to his mom.
Stop playing with shit.
Look, I told him, I said, I got you looking warm and extra human. It's like, yo, come on, man.
Yeah, yo, shout out to D. Word up, man. Because y'all noticed, man. Yo, send me the cash out, man. Because I've been drinking like the medium bottle. I need the big bottles. Send me the big bottles of Fiji.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Get him the Fiji machine, the dispenser.
Yeah, give me the dispenser, man. That's what's up, man. Oh, yeah. Big boy. Thank you, Square Bit. Oh, yo, son. That's the dude I told you that dropped like $1,000 on Lauren on a show. He dropped $1,000, son.
You know Fiji and that alkaline, right?
Listen,
son, yo, he ain't real, man. If he was really, he
nah,
would
son,
drop 500 on
stage. I was going back. Listen to me, son. I was going back and forth with him, and we just joking around. He go, and I said, nah, son, you don't got it like that. Bop, bop, bop. Every time I said something rude, 100, 200, 100. We going back, and then also I think he dropped like a band on Everything I Love. And he told me, do you want me to keep on going?
That's the person you cuss out, then.
Nah,
you get paid enough to.
And I was like, I was teasing and stuff like that, but you know what?
Essentially, my brother, essentially.
Nah, yes, son. He dropped. He did that. When Jane gets her show, please bless her. When Chef get monetized, bless him. He did it awful. I ain't gonna front to you, son. I ain't gonna lie, son. He did it awful, son. I ain't gonna front. I was getting on him too. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker is going too hard. Damn. Anyway, shout out to everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donation. And I messed with Square Biz. I'm glad we had that it was back and forth. It was cool. You didn't take it personal. This YouTube streaks. What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna keep everything going. Chef, go and support Chef, do what he needs to do. And also, like I said, we're looking for the fourth member, but I think he's coming out the woodworks already, as we see. So We're gonna make things happen. Go and support his page.
You
And
saw the
go to
first
Mr. O
interview
page. Mr. O,
yesterday.
Mr. O, where you at? Where you at with followers right now? So we can know how we're strategizing.
I'm right at the 50, man. I just hit a 50 ball. I ain't got nothing.
All right.
Hey,
No. That's what?
that's
You
something, bro.
bugging.
Yeah, you don't. You doing all
bugging.
right.
That's something. That's
Only
something.
got
You bugging.
only
You
got a
bugging.
dub, shorty. You all
It's
right?
just
You
what it
made me
is
not
that
want to drop no more content. I got so much content ready that I can release. I just
Yeah, but
ain't
you
nobody
gotta do
watches.
the live streams though, because that help with the watch hours.
Okay.
The live
Okay.
stream help with the, you remember you need a
That's
4,000
why
watch
you.
hours.
Oh yeah, because you need photo.
That's why you always you see why I do watch, and then you condition the people because when you do
Yeah.
watch hours, you get your super chat. You can't get super chats from videos. You dig what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I
So
got
that's why I've been trying to tell people you do a whole week of 2 to 3. Remember, we did a month, 31 days straight of 4 or 5 hour
we
shows.
only missed one day.
We missed one day, and I ended up getting 12,000.
Wow.
So all you need is 2 weeks of 4 hour shows. You
Yeah,
out of here.
you giving the game without making niggas sign up to Patreon to get it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have to say page. That's why I told you. They don't like me. I'm the Neo in the Matrix.
Right.
I'll teach you how to do it and get it quick for free. That's all. I want everybody to win, son.
You leaving the back door open.
So I'm from a place where we got real wolves. So if you the richest, you're in trouble. Everybody got to have something. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. So I put you onto game, and also I can teach you how to get the subscribers. Why do you think I always ask everybody? I didn't get 100 likes today because I don't know, but 100 likes before the hour. Because what happens is it pushes your algorithm, it puts you on a different level, so people can click on you and helps with your impressions. So it's a whole game to this, and I figured it out because I'm Neo from the Matrix. The only difference, I won't die at the end.
Yeah. What time is that? Round one.
Yeah. Listen, at
Round
10
one.
o'clock, huh? What you talking about?
Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, everybody
Mute,
saw that
mute.
word, son. Everybody saw that, son. I'm telling you, and you doing no gimmicks. And
Yeah.
you the flyest dude out here, Mr. O. Straight up. Straight up.
I appreciate that.
Straight up. So it's only but a matter of time, and you just gotta be circulating.
Yeah.
But you with us now, so
All
we're
right.
gonna
See
make
no
that
more.
happen.
I got you.
What else? That's it. I think everybody's good. We good? Anything else, Chef? You
Nah,
about
we
a break?
good to go. 33
We good to
minutes.
go?
33 minutes till class.
Let me get 80. Let me get one more like. I need one more like. Let me get 80. I should be
Get
like,
them
let me get
likes
80.
up. It's too
I
much.
just get one more like. Let me get 80
all these
before I go
stars on the
to.
screen.
He be back in. Yeah, we about to leave soon. Square Biz, we about to leave. I don't think he's gonna drop 500. That's different. That's this.
All Star gave away about $500 an hour worth of consultations today.
He said, "Did I hear anything? Just drop little something." Wait, what he meant by that? I didn't understand that. Who said All Star did what?
He gave about $500 worth of consultation fees away today.
Oh, he did. He
Damn,
definitely
Joe.
did.
He
He
did.
definitely did. So I don't know. This might be the money page, man. This might be the money page. Cause everybody getting money, getting subscribers. This is the money page. I try to act that. That's my energy though. When I walk outside, my energy is like I gotta attract money, or I
So
gotta
that's what
attract
it is.
something.
They come in, they make it rain.
Yeah, I gotta attract money.
The
That's
king
what
on
it
the
is.
main stage.
Yeah, I need to get money, or otherwise, you know what I mean. Well, he said, "Oh damn, let's you try to test him." I don't know if he's gonna drop 500. I see him drop 100 and 200, but I don't think he's dropping 500.
His Lord and Savior spoke to him and told him to save it for Chef's page.
Yeah,
Let it
yeah.
go.
But
Your
let me
arm's
ask you a
too
question.
short to box with
Wait, hold
God.
up. Why they drop it on YouTube when they take 30%? Does it better do Cash App or Venmo?
Yeah, cash it.
That's our Venmo, PayPal.
Yeah.
I need a new camera though. I ain't going front. Hold on. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he said he's not doing that because he didn't catch anything. That's just on the love. I respect that. That was just on the hump. I respect that, Square Biz. Don't save your money. Save your money. Don't do that. I respect it because I seen what you dropped last time, and as a brother, I want what you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Save your money, brothers.
Chef bought my sweatshirt.
Oh, you got any clothes? Oh, Mr. O?
Closing remarks.
Oh, yeah. Closing remarks.
May the Lord watch. No, we good. We're gonna
All right,
take
Truth. Any closing remarks?
carry it over. Let's carry it over.
Love on and with purpose.
All right, that's it. Everybody be easy. Take care. I respect all of y'all.
Peace, love, and light.
Oh, man.
All right.